What's good, fam? This your man Jimmy Conway, beatsforlyricists.com, music production tips. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Loopcloud Drum inside Ableton Live 11. So let's begin. All right. So Loopcloud Drum is a drum synth that comes with Loopcloud for free. So I'll leave a link in the description below. You can download Loopcloud. It's a subscription-based plan, but with that, you get Loopcloud Drum, you get Loopcloud Play, excuse me. All right, so better than just telling you, let me just show you. Let's go to plugins, and I got a bunch of them here. Let's close these out. We're gonna go to Loopmasters. When you subscribe to Loopcloud, you get Loopcloud Drum and Loopcloud Play. I'll leave that link in the description below to get your subscription to that, so you get these two for free. All right. So we're just gonna drag and drop Loopcloud Drum right here where it says drop files and devices here, and let it go. So Loopcloud Drum uses the sounds from Loopcloud that's already in my library that I've downloaded from whatever packs I've downloaded in the past. All right. So this is Loopcloud, and these are you could upload your drums too. They have I think a 50 gigabyte limit where you can upload your drums and your different sounds. The blue folders are the ones that I've uploaded myself, and I have I've used about 720 megabytes of storage, of cloud storage. So, but the folders in white are the ones where I've downloaded sounds from Loopcloud. So this is something I've downloaded. Okay, so Loopcloud Drum is going to be referring to all of these sounds in this library pack. That being said, let's move that out the way. To access Loopcloud Drum, click here. Now, Loopcloud Drum has two main sections, right? You got the main section, which is this right here. This shows like the different kits that I've downloaded already. These are all the kits that I've downloaded personally, that I purchased with my Loopcloud points. And I'll show you that right now. I'll show you that in a second. Let me see something real quick. No, I don't like it like that. I like it like that, just like that. Okay. So you got the main mixer. I can search for kits here. And I can go to the store to purchase more kits. So let's go to the store, for instance. If you want to purchase another kit, check over here, see how many points you have. Right now I have 2,949 points. And I'm going to search by genre. So I'm going to search for something in the hip-hop genre. Go to classic. Yeah, normally they would have the pictures up here of the different kits. For some reason it's not showing them. Gotta figure that one out. Okay, so let's just say we try jazz beats. We check them out, we listen to them. You're just listening to see if these are sounds that you would use. I'm going to check out another kit. Yeah, see, I would use that right there. All right, so let's say if I want to purchase that kit, I come up to here where it says buy pack. Now this is 50 Loopcloud points, so it's just going to subtract it from here. All right. Click buy pack. You are spending 50 points on one pack. Accept. Now that's going to end up in my main section over there, but I'm going to just say load now. And here are the sounds. I'm using an Akai MPK Mini Mark III. I'll leave a link in the description below too, under the Loopcloud description where you can get that from Amazon. That'll be my personal affiliate link. So it would be, I'd be grateful if you buy from that link. It'll help the channel and it'll help me stay home more so I can make more content for y'all, because this is what I love doing more. So, all right, so let's go to the drums. Okay. All right, so we're on the main side right now, and we have the Bloom kit loaded, but let's go back. Let's go to isolation kit. All right, so I like that. That's cool. All right, so right here you see you have an MPC style 16 pad layout. This is the design that they have for the cover that I couldn't see. Scroll down. You have two little sections here. You have the sound section and you have the sequencer. Okay? So you're going to use these sounds to put in the sequencer to make a little beats. Okay? So right now, this kick is represented by here. So if I hit play, you hear where the kick is landing? All right. So each sound has these features attached to it. So if I hit the kick, this will be the volume for the kick, the panning for the kick, fine coarse tuning for the kick, and etc. If I hit the snare, you see the snare is now lit up. Now these represent the things for the snare. So, okay, so let me do it this way. Oh, and another cool thing is that you can use your MIDI controller to control some of the parameters. So if I right click and I hit Learn MIDI CC, whatever knob I hit is going to control that. So let me move. All right, see my mouse. I'm not using the mouse. I'm gonna move the mouse up here. I'm gonna just use the MIDI controller, my Akai MPK3. Okay, so you have panning, so you can pan your sounds left and right. You have a sample start, so let's say if I have the snare with the sample start all the way down, the sample is going to play from the beginning. But if I move this up, let's say halfway, it may just start from like the middle. So As you see, you get less of the snare. Move it 3/4 of the way up. It's like truncating, almost. All right. You have fine coarse tuning for each pad. You have an envelope. So let's say you want to change the attack time, the hold, and the decay. You can. So let's see. Let's change the attack on the snare. Okay. You have drive, which will give you like a little bit of a distortion. Then the cool thing, you have a low cut and a high cut filter for each pad. That's the low cut, so I'm cutting all the low end out. You also have a high cut. You also have a choke group, which will allow you to have your open hi-hat cut your hi-hat off, and vice versa, for like if you're doing like a realistic style drum playing. You also have a delay and send for each pad. So on right now you hear a delay on the snare, right? You don't hear any delay, but if I raise this delay up, and in a second I'll show you where that delay is coming from, and I will show you where the reverb and delay are coming from. Excuse me. Okay, so that covers basically the sound section. Now, if you come down here to the sequencer section, you could turn the whole sequencer section off if you don't want to use this at all by clicking here. We're gonna use it today. We're gonna use it to chain each one of these patterns into a beat. All right. Each letter represents a 1-bar pattern. So let's do this. Let's hit clear. Actually, no, we ain't gonna do that just yet. I'm gonna play a few of these patterns that come with the that come with these kits. All right. So the chilled hip hop will have something that sounds like this. Okay, so they only have things going from A to D. So that's cool. I'm glad they got that set up like that. You also have a swing. So like I could do like a hi-hat with some swing. I'll show you how that works with some in a second. But this is how you turn the sequencer on and off to chain your different patterns together, okay? Right here. Cut that on. Now, okay, so now what's gonna happen, when I play this pattern, it's gonna play A and B together with this on, okay? Or I could play A through D. So let's do A through B first. And you'll notice the pattern change in a second. Let's go to hi-hat. You can see the pattern change up here. So let's add C and D to the progression. You They're all 1-bar patterns. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is how you could build the pattern together. Now, let's go to section E because there's nothing there, right? Let's click the hi-hat. All right, so now our hi-hat is selected. We can add that hi-hat into our sequencer. Just how far up you put it determines the velocity of the hi-hat. So if I have it all the way up, it'll sound hard. If I have it down low, it'll sound softer. So let's do that so it could have a little variation in the hi-hat. Okay. Now, okay, the sequence is off, so now it's just going to play this section. Let's hit play. All right, so now let's add the snare. So I'm just putting a little, something together. Now I could copy that pattern to another section like F. So let's hit copy, hit F, and now everything that was on E is on F. And let's say I want to make a change to the hi-hat here. Now I want to add a little drum fill at the end. So let's do this. Now over here you have a swing. So I'm going to put the swing up to about 50% so you can hear it a little bit. Let's add some more swing. So it can get kind of crazy. All right, I'm just trying to show you the basics before you go further. And each sound you can nudge. So let's go to the kick real quick. I can nudge this sound back and forth on the sequencer grid. So let's move it backwards. Let's do that. Uh-oh. See, I got a little flavor right there, and I can leave that. And you go back and forth. All right. You can also change the timing. And you can generate notes. So let's go to the hi-hat real quick. Let's go to pattern G. Nothing here. If I hit generate on the hi-hat, it's just going to generate anything. You keep hitting generate until you find something you like. And you could do that with each sound. Okay? You can also take the audio and you can export this into your project. Let me try to do this real quick. If I hit click it, oh, I take the wave, drag, drop. And now the wave is up here. Oops, there we go. Put it up here so you can see. Oh, it's playing both of them right now, but if I turn this off, now it'll just play the one in here. Okay? You can also drag and drop the MIDI on here too. Like if you have a drum kit set up with something else, you can drag and drop the MIDI and rearrange the notes however you like. Let's delete this. And another cool feature, one of the cooler features on Loopcloud Drum is that you have a whole kit generator. So let's take this drum pattern we just made. Oops, I forgot to put the sequencer back on. Okay, so now you hear the sounds that are playing, right? Now we're going to open up the back cave called the kit generator. Now, if I hit generate, it's going to generate a new sound that's similar to the sound that's already in here. Each sound has a filter on it. So this, or each cell, I should say, has a filter section in it. So if I hit here, I have a kick, right? This one has snare. So when I change this, when I hit generate, it's going to change all the sounds depending on what this is, okay? So let's listen to what it sounds like now. Now we're gonna hit generate and watch what it does. Let's hit it again. That last one was pretty nice. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to leave that right there. But the good thing is if I want, see, that's the whole point of that. Like, I have a better kit than the one I had before with a better sound selection and sequence. Oh, it's much better. I like it. I can always go back and go to a previous one, like the one we had before. So we're not losing anything. We're actually just gaining. So we're going to stick with this. All right. All right. So that's the cool thing about the kit generator. All right. Now, what else? I think that's it on this section here. Now you can go to mixer. Now go ahead, play. Now you see you have the kick, your snare, your hi-hat, open hi-hat. Up here you have your send section. So Up here you have your delay and reverb. Remember over here when I said you had your delay and reverb over here? This delay and reverb send goes to here, delay and reverb. Okay, so you could change this to whatever you like. I can go from ping pong delay to cross delay. I can go to bright reverb to middle of the line reverb, where you hear more. This is where you hear like more mids. You also got a bit crusher. You have a drive. You have a filter section, and you have a limiter. So you have the basics to getting like a good sound. You know what I mean? So um, if you want to get real last part, I guess. If you want to get real I guess advanced on here, you could route these channels into your Ableton Live audio tracks and use your Ableton Live effects and use all your VST effects too. So I'm gonna try and attempt to show you that. All right. So right here we have an audio track. What I'll do is I'm gonna try to make this easy. Loopcloud drum, and we'll make this Loopcloud drum output 2. So that should be the kick. And make sure it's set to monitor in. All right. Do this first. All right. And then what you want to do is copy this by going Control D or Command D if you're on a Mac, Control D if you're on a PC, and just copy and paste this track over and over again. The reason why I did this now is because if I add audio tracks without doing this, then you got to set this for every audio track. Now you just have to copy and paste it. It'll have the same settings over and over. You don't have to do it. You don't have to set this on every audio track. So it's a time saver. All right. So I'm gonna hit Control D or Command D. Let me try to get some more real estate. I don't need that right now. So I got 4 tracks. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I have that highlighted. I'm gonna go all the way to the beginning, highlight this, and I'm gonna drag and drop, make it a little bit skinnier so I can fit them all in. All right, cool. Now, everything is pretty much set. All you have to do is set the other audio tracks for 3, 4, 5, 6 through 16. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And you got one more step to do. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me do this real quick. My mistake. Make sure they're not all highlighted, or else they're gonna change the tracks for everything again. So, my bad. Let's do this again. Okay, so now we have it all set up on the Ableton side. Now the last thing you have to do is change down here where it says master, because right now this is going. All these sounds are going into this master bus here. We're going to change it so it goes into the audio channels on our Ableton Live. All right. So I want my kick to start out as track 2. And we're going to go in order. 3, 4. Give me a second. Let me do this real quick. If you like this video, please click the like button. I love you. Please click the like button if you like the video. 6. Nope. 7. That should be 7. Excuse me. I'm just trying to track out every track so you can see how it tracks out in Ableton Live. All right. This also gives you a different alternative to the MPC if you're looking at something different. All right. So now if I hit play, if I did this right, if I hit play, you're gonna see the tracks in Ableton liven up. Success. Let's go to something else where they have all the sounds lit up. Now we're gonna sequence all A, B, C, and D. Put this on. All right, so this is a great way you can doing this part. This is more of an advanced part, but this will allow you to use your effects and your VSTs. Whether you have Native Instruments, Plugin Alliance, Isotope, Focusrite, you can use all your effects now on the tracks using Loopcloud Drum. All right. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please click the like button. Please comment below if you have any questions or just you want to chat. Hit me up below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Please subscribe now. Also, click the notification bell when I drop some new content. You'll be the first to get it. And let me know what you think of the video. I hope you learned something. I know I haven't been on as much lately. Just TCB, taking care of business, and yeah, it's been rough. So I'm gonna try to come out with more content. The way I could do that is if you support me by checking out the producer content that I have in the description below. There's a lot of link for producers, like if you want to sell beats, you want to start your own website. If you need stuff from Amazon, if you need gear from Amazon, my Amazon links are below. The ones for stuff that I actually use, like my Yamaha HS8s, my Akai MPK Mini, my Akai Studio, MPC Studio Mark II. All the links are down in the description. If you use those links, it'll definitely help my channel. Yeah. And anything else? Yeah, man. Drop a comment below. Let's chat. And I'll talk to you later. Peace out. One love.